Good morning, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Today is Thursday, the 27th of November, and you know what? On my food talk for this morning, I'm not going to put a recipe up because of the fact everybody's so busy with friends and family and that. So I took a day off from it. Tomorrow I'll resume. But you know what? Since we're all together, let me tell you a story. I'll tell you a little story about my career a little bit. For 20 years, I was the head cook chef over at a senior home over here in Rochester, New York. And, anyways, my biggest, happiest thing that I ever did there every year, for quite a few years I was there. I was there for 20, but I took over the kitchen about 4 years in. Anyways, the happiest thing that I loved about it was on Thanksgiving, the holidays, of course, and Thanksgiving, because we would go all out. I mean, we did everything for the residents there. I had 140 residents there I was feeding, and every day. And on Thanksgiving, it was just a special time. Holidays were a special time also, especially for the residents that didn't really have family, or family didn't come to visit them or take them out in that, which happens quite often in the senior homes. This was a independent home, independent living home. So I'll tell you my story real quick. My favorite memory probably is the holidays, of course, and Thanksgiving. I would start in on a Monday or a Tuesday, and I would usually do either between 5 and 6 turkeys, good sized turkeys, over 20 pounds apiece. I would cook them up in that. And, anyways, by Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, I would tear them all apart, get the meat off the bones and that, and have everything ready up, panned up, ready to go for Thanksgiving. Everything was from scratch that day. Instead of using a turkey breast, which we did for most meals, which most places do anyways, which is fine, but we did the whole turkey. And I did all fresh everything, from mashed potatoes to the stuffing dressing, whatever you want to call it, because everybody's got a different name for it. Everything was scratch. We did all kinds of vegetables, and we had lots of pies for dessert, pumpkin pies, mincemeat pies, and apple pies I used to do also. And so I loved all this here. It was just a great time. And I remember that on Wednesdays, for the day before Thanksgiving, I would have to start tearing these turkeys apart, getting all the meat off the bones and that, right? And my dishwasher, this guy named Johnny, older guy at the time, that was my dishwasher for many, many years, right? He hated that day because I would fill the garbage cans up, big garbage cans on wheels. I would fill them up with all the bones and junk and everything from the turkeys to get everything ready for Thanksgiving, right? So I had to laugh because Johnny was never happy with the day before Thanksgiving, man. Just because of the fact I used to fill those garbage cans up. But the whole process of getting ready for Thanksgiving was my happy time. I just loved it. I loved doing everything for the residents and that, to try to make them a great meal for the holiday, especially if they didn't have any loved ones in that. I had this one woman that lived there, and believe it or not, her favorite part of the turkey was the turkey necks. So I used to save the turkey necks when I would take the turkeys apart, whatever, right? I take all these necks and I save them for her, and I would cook them up in that, and I give her, I don't know, a couple of the necks, whatever. And I think a couple of the other ladies at the same table enjoyed the necks also. So here I was serving the turkey next to her. I can't remember her name anymore, but she was a lovely woman, and I loved doing special things for her and everybody else at the home. By the way, the name of the home was Granville Senior Living. And just so you guys know, and great place. It was my favorite memory. I was there for 20 years. So I have lots of memories there, lots of great memories from there. And we went all out. We had all kinds of hors d'oeuvres and that. We started out doing relish trays and that with the olives and cheese and all that kind of stuff, and they have it on the tables. So they had something to munch on before they had their dinner. Later on, we used to start doing fresh shrimp cocktails. And it was beautiful. These were the big jumbo shrimps, man. And we used to do those up. So I used to cook those up too and get them ready the day before or whatever and make sure they're all ready to go. And then I had a lot of young people that worked for me in that. And they would put those together and put the tables together and make sure the tables were all set just perfect. And every spot was just perfect for all those residents, you know. And then we would finish off, of course, with the pies at the very end. So they had this big, beautiful dinner of fresh turkey, fresh homemade mashed potato, homemade stuffing dressing, and cranberry sauce, and I think squash. I used to do squash with it also. And then they had the pies for dessert. So it was a very happy time for me. I just loved it. But I just thought today I'd tell you about my memories of Thanksgiving besides being with my own family. I actually used to work most of the Thanksgivings, so I was never home for Thanksgiving and that. So I would eat my dinner in the afternoon. My wife would save me the dinner and that, and when I get home, I would have dinner when I got home from work at night. But I just had a lot of memory. And one more memory about my buddy Johnny there. Him and his wife, he used to call her, her name was Marianne, but he used to call her Woofy. It was just his little nickname for her, right? He's deceased now, and I don't know about his wife, but she's still alive anymore either. But I had a smile on my face because I used to make him, he didn't have a lot of money. And back in those days, of course, the dishwashers that didn't make a lot of money in that. So I used to make sure he was all taken care of. So I used to give him a care package on Thanksgiving. When I get done feeding all the residents and that, there was always food left over, of course, right? So I would take and I make Johnny a care package. I say, Johnny, do you want a care package to take home? He was like, yeah, I'll take care of it. So I used to make a little care package for him to take home to him and his wife, Marianne, who he called Woofy and that. So those are my memories from so many Thanksgivings over the years, guys. And anybody watching this today that worked with me over the years and that, they know how much we all loved putting these on for the residents, and that the residents just loved them, and we enjoyed doing this too. It was our special time. We had so many memories in that place. It was just unbelievable. There's too many to talk about, you know. Well, anyways, guys, everybody have a great Thanksgiving today. Love one another. Stay safe and positive, and good things will happen, hopefully, you know. Remember, Retired Chef Pat is also here. Of course, I'm on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram and YouTube. Follow me all over the place, please, guys. I love it. Keep liking and sharing. Of course, like I just mentioned, following. Tell your friends about me and that. I love to get more people to follow me and that. I enjoy what I do. That's the reason why I do my food talk every day. And also, that's why I do my joke corner now, too, you know. I just want to put smiles on people's face. You know, I'm retired now, and I got a little bit more time now than I had before, of course, you know. And this is my happy time with you guys, okay? So please enjoy everything I do. I love you all. Stay positive, stay safe. Love you all again, and take care, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Have a great Thanksgiving, guys.